So today I wanted to talk about love. Since tomorrow is Valentine's Day, I thought it was super appropriate. And when I say love, I mean, sure, it applies to romantic relationships and heart-shaped cookies, but also what I mean is the way that we approach our work. Do we approach our work from a place of love and creativity or from a place of fear and comparison, right? Because I believe there's really only two emotions, love and fear. And if you imagine that it's like a horizon, right? And above the horizon are all the shades of love, and below the horizon are all the shades of fear, right? So anxiety, nervousness, depression, jealousy, rage, confusion, isolation, loneliness, all of those are shades of fear and separateness. And then above the horizon, all the shades of love, creativity, connectedness, joy, expansion, inspiration, humor, comedy, like all of these things come from a sense of unity, right? Which I think you could also take this love and this fear and sort of split it this way with left brain and right brain, right? Our left brain operates from a place of ego and self and separation and comparison and anxiety and separateness, right? But our right brain doesn't know that. Our right brain is not ego-driven. Our right brain is more connectedness, love, music, inspiration, intuition, and doesn't really know the difference between you and the outside or you and someone else. It's really all just energy. It's all just color. It's all just music. It's all just creativity. That's why, have you guys ever read or heard Jill Bolte-Taylor, My Stroke of Insight? This woman was a Harvard brain scientist, and she had a stroke. Right? So she studied the brain, and then she watched herself having a stroke. She watched her left brain literally die because the blood wasn't flowing to that part of her brain. And she said that suddenly she felt as expansive as the universe. She felt like she was the size of a whale, and that she just got bigger and bigger. And even though she couldn't read the numbers on the telephone to call 911, they just looked like squiggly lines to her. She felt this ocean of bliss and connectedness and joy. And then she said she finally managed to push some buttons, and then she called 911 and she went to speak because our language is operated by our left brain, and she said she sounded like a golden retriever or something. So she had lost rationale, she had lost language, but what she was experiencing was all right brain. It was all love, it was all creativity, it was all connectedness. And so obviously we have to have a balance, right? We want a balance between left and right. But I think that what's happening so far is that our left brain is so overdeveloped that our poor little right brains are atrophying. And I think that's why we come to class, and I think that's why we're artists, and I think that's why we do the work that we do, is to take our right brain to the gym, right? And get a balance going, to get an integration going, that yes, we make smart decisions, that yes, we show up on time, and yes, we have goals and we want to achieve them. But then when we get up here to do the work, we let go of that. We jump out of the plane, we trust our instincts, and we love the process of creation. And we don't see ourselves as separate from the casting directors, separate from our partners, separate from the material. But no, we're all functioning as one whole, one unit. And we start to give over and trust more and listen more when we're coming from a place of unity and connection and creativity, rather than well, I better be better than my partner, or I hope this casting director likes me, or I wonder what they want, or what are they thinking about me, or operating in some illusion of separateness, or that they have any control or any power over our happiness, which they do not, right? So when we approach life from this place of love, of filling yourself up with fulfillment and then delivering that to the work, filling yourself up with creativity and delivering that to the audition, it gives you a sense of detachment and a sense of lightness and a sense of freedom and a sense of creativity. And that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about that balance, right? It doesn't mean we don't do homework. It doesn't mean we don't make decisions. It just means that we do that and then we let it go. We do that, we do some work, and then we get up here and we play. And we love the sense of playing, and we love the creativity. And we see the best in our partners. Meryl Streep, I know I've said this before, but bless you. So Meryl Streep wrote an article, or I read an article that she wrote about Lindsay Lohan, right? And she had nothing to say but amazing things about this woman. And I was like, that is why Meryl Streep is a genius, because she saw the best in her partner. She saw only greatness in her partner. And the more we can hold our partners up in a beautiful light, the better we're gonna look. We've all seen the people doing a show and they feel like they're better than everybody else, or they're judging their partners, or they're judging the material, and the only person that looks bad is them, right? Because they're coming from a place of ego, they're coming from a place of separateness, they're coming from a place of fear. And that's not the kind of work we're interested in doing here. We are all better than that. Right? And it's not why art exists, and it's not why we go to see the theater, we go to see movies. We go for that sense of connectedness and that sense of creativity and joy and play, even in the tragedies. Yeah, so tonight we're going to focus on love, loving the material, loving our partners, loving ourselves, loving the creativity, and just giving ourselves the freedom to play with that.